it's me, Sarah, again, attempting my second journal entry for My Truth in 365. It is now the middle of April, and I've yet to do another journal entry since January. And I go back and forth as to why that is. If I talk about everything out loud, does it just increase my anger, sadness, and wonder of why bad things are continuing to happen? Did I not want to make another down and gloomy post, or was it because I was actually having some good weekends and days and didn't want to ruin it by thinking of all the bad stuff? Most likely it's a little bit of both, but either way you need to hear the truth, and you need to hear my truth. My truth is that after January, I had really hoped that things were going to improve, but things only got worse. Over an 8-week span from January to mid-March, we lost 9 patients. And that is almost as many as we lost in 2015 total. So I question what is different this year. Are the kids more sick? Did we just diagnose more in the past year? Did treatments change? And I think I can say that the answer is no to all of them, which is really sad. So I question a lot of things. I question the chemotherapy we are giving. I question the amount of responsibility we leave on parents to administer chemotherapy at home. I question why I keep putting the children and families through all of this. Yes, there are a lot of survivor stories out there, but when the other happens, it is hard and bad, and it really makes you think about a lot of things. So I start to think, what am I doing for myself to help cure cancer and to just take care of me and my family? February and March were good months for self-care for me. One weekend I went to Kyle's Camp Casino night, where we spent a night raising money for childhood cancer research, college scholarships for patients, and patient care activities. It was a night of good food, drinks, laughing, and of course some crying. Looking around, though, I saw nurses spending their free time trying to make a difference, families whose children have been affected by cancer supporting one another and doing their part to make the evil disease go away, and other people who just know what is going on and want to make a change and impact in this world. And it was just a really good night. And then in March, a few of my neighbors started what we're now going to be calling Flamingo Fridays, and it's a night where we all get together, hopefully outside, watch the kids play, eat food, and have a couple of beverages. I laughed so hard that weekend. We are 5 families with all completely different backgrounds and stories, and yet for some reason we all clicked immediately and have supported each other through anything over the past couple months, whether it be hearing cancer stories or helping someone through a deployment or just swapping kid stories. And on that particular Friday, I learned that yet another one of our patients died, and he was the mascot of the clinic. And it was hard, really, really hard to learn that he died. But this group sat around and let me talk about him and smiled with me and laughed with me when I told them funny stories, and just supported me, and they had really no clue who I was or who this kid was, and it was really, really nice. But sometimes I feel guilty laughing or having a good time. But what I'm trying to learn is that if I live my life in anger and sadness and questioning, then I'm letting cancer beat me too. So how can I care for these kids and families if I'm not taking care of myself? Cancer can take over my life at work, but it can't not rule my life when I'm at home. I have to make a promise to myself and to my family to allow myself to laugh, to have a good time, and to think of the good stuff that we are doing, because we are doing some good stuff, and not just think of the bad outcomes, although that's probably my biggest struggle. So gloomy or not, Debbie Downer or silly Sarah, either way, I need to continue to let people know my truth and why I will continue to fight every day for these kids and families. I do not want to lose another 9 patients in 8 weeks. It just can't happen. Thank you.
Look at me, what do you see? So many people